On page 56, we are doing the inverse of raising a number to a power. We're going to take the square root of numbers. So the square root of 100 is 10 because 10 to the second power is 100. The square root of 121 is 11. The square root of 49 is 7. The square root of 64 is 8. The square root of 144 is 12. The square root of 169 is 13. The square root of 400 is 20. And the square root of 81 is 9. If you know your perfect squares that we did right here, those square roots are a lot easier to do. So what if we don't have a perfect square? What if we're looking for the square root of 50? You can use your knowledge of perfect squares to estimate these. I know the square root of 49 is 7. And I know the square root of 64 is 8. So you see how that perfect square and that perfect square are in my memory? So the square root of 50 would have to lie somewhere between 7 and 8. And that would give us answer C. I could also tell you that it's going to be closer to 7 because the square root of 49 is 7. Square root of 50 is going to be awfully close to that. It's closer to 7 than to 8. The square root of 125. So let's get the two closest ones we can think of. I know the square root of 10 squared is 100, but 11 squared is 121, so that's even closer. 12 squared is 144, so that 125 lies between those. So the square root of it will lie between 11 and 12, and it will be closer to 11 than to 12. Because 125 is closer to 121 than it is to 144. The square root of 10. So let's get the one that's closest here and the closest here. I know the square root of 9 is 3, and the square root of 16 is 4. So between 3 and 4, and if you needed to know it, it would be closer to 9 than to 16. So it's going to be closer to 3. Describe how your knowledge of perfect squares could help you estimate the square root of 90. Well, it's that same thing. I know that square root of 90 would lie between the square root of 81, which is 9, and the square root of 100, which is 10. So the square root of 90 is between those two. It's about halfway between those two. 81 to 100, 90 is about halfway, would be just a hair closer to this side. And I'm actually going to do this on my calculator just to see what it is. If I can get my calculator to light up. I just have my lamp on and it's not. So I'm going to do 90 square root. And it's 9.49. So it's just a hair under halfway. Using those perfect squares, you can estimate square roots.